before any event, you've got to know who's in the event. So here it is, going through them now. Mainly all British, one Australian of Broxy, and a Canadian of involved, with a couple of new people in. And we're just going to go straight into the qualifying right now. So here we are. I'm your commentator, Racengineer, and we're at the British Circuit Britain GP for the fourth round, of the Xbox Championship 2019. So let's look at all the drivers again, and yeah, let's just hope we can get a good qualifying. New to the series now is also Lucy and Hilly and Brogsy, and also interviews. So after this I did an interview, but obviously we got to get through qualifying first before we can actually do the interview. So let's get on with qualifying and find out who we interview at the end. But right now we're just going to wait it out, just sort some stuff out, and just wait as we follow some of the new people to the grid and see if we can beat them in a race. And here's one of the new people, and I unfortunately couldn't make it to the race for this, but I didn't make it to the race last week, so I guess it makes sense technically. As now we are ready to go out for our first flyer of 3 that I am hoping to do, and we're just going to make sure that we don't interrupt anyone's lap, hopefully meaning that no one interrupts our lap. But we're just going to change everything, and it's going to be the first time I'm in TV cam, but TV pod, for a long time. So here we are in the Toro Rosso, what going to soon be known as AlphaTauri, and we're just gonna wait here and let the drivers by, because these guys are on their outlap, and we are gonna now put on the DRS, and we're just gonna go half full. We don't want to waste our fuel or our ARS, so we're just gonna take it nice and slowly, as we're gonna let the new come-in drivers through. I think there's about 4 new people in today's race, and let's see if I, as a person that's been in, sorry, notifications haven't been turned off, I, a driver in since the very beginning, let's see if I can show them how it's done. But at the moment we've just got to get through qualifying. Luckily damage is off, so we won't have to worry about spinning out and hitting the barrier or hitting any other people, as sinking sets the fastest lap, but EFC Lewis already setting the pace. I lost the word then, and he's already quicker as we go towards our first line lap now. I'm going to talk you through it, I mean, not walk. As we go across the line now, going up into 7th, and just going flat out in turn 1, as the Mercedes goes really wide and spins out as we go past RB. Going into turn 4 now, just braking and get on the power as soon as we can. Not full throttle, clip the apex and put the DRS on as soon as we go. The honest lads now, as we head into Brooklyn's in left field, braking all the way through that corner, and then going back down to second as we have been held up by the Renault as we go back onto full pelt. I think the Renault might actually be on his own lap, and as we go round the outside, he's slowed us down a little bit. Obviously not intentionally, I'm guessing, but can't really tell with all drivers. As we go into 5th gear after Maggots and Beckett's, it was a little bit slow going up the gear, so next time we'll go into 4th. I think we'll go on a second flyer after this, because that lap really got hindered by Broxley, not to be mean to him, but yeah, really didn't help us. So we go through the final corners now. We clip the apex. What's it going to be? It's a 129.6. So we're going to set our lap again. Go full lap through turn 1 and turn 2. Go down to 2nd gear for turn 3. Go up to 3rd and then back down to 2nd for turn 4. We go a little bit wide as we went up to 4th before we broke. Go a little bit wide there. We're going on to the straight, but that hinders our lap, so we're just going to abort. And now the problem that I faced was fuel. You can see there nearly no fuel, and we've already gone into low power mode. Low fuel mode, how we say. And we have started to slow down now. And we shouldn't have done that, because we're slowly accelerating now as we go full throttle, but our fuel has run out, so we can't do much. And we are now, unfortunately, possibly going to hold up the Renault and the Ferrari that are really close to us. So we're just going to pull off the racing line, tell Jeff that we're pitting this lap, and yeah, just enjoy our 5th position that we've already got at the moment, and just go really slowly through that corner. It just looks, I mean, it's still quite quick. 133 miles an hour is still at least 2 times quicker than a car on the motorway, which is impressive to say the least. There's Big Bailey and involved in it, and probably the Renault Broxy, the only people to have yet set a lap time. So we could be provisionally P8, but hopefully we can keep our P5. But as you know, Big Bailey and Involved have both got podiums themselves. Big Bailey getting a win in the Monaco sprint race, if you remember from last week. But we are going to keep our P5 at the moment, and we're just going to make sure that we don't do the same fuel mistake as last time. But I know I can go a lot quicker than that 29.6. The Daring squad goes faster. Feel like Broxy, he didn't show his true pace, as we're going to go out for our 2nd flying lap, and we're not going to change anything to the fuel, because I think we could have made that. We should have technically made that. So I'm just going to make sure that we save all the fuel we can on the out lap, burn it all on in lap, fast lap, and then save it all on the in lap. If you know me, you know that Britain's one of my, if not my strongest circuit. So I'm looking for a good result here, and hopefully we can make it in non-position of P6. So as we're on our lap, we're just gonna keep it calm, don't want to overwork the engine, and we're just gonna go back onto the racing line, learn the circuit still, because I had no practice before this, unless you call doing the weekly event practice, but I don't really do. I wouldn't call that practice, as I'd only got on 2 hours before this. Maybe 1, maybe 1.5. But we're just gonna pretend we're doing a flying lap, even though we're going super slow. So we're just gonna continue around the circuit. We are gonna make sure that we can survive, and we're going to full attack mode now as we go towards the final corner, and we go across the line now to start our second lap. We are improving marginally on the Delta. It's nearing identical times. As we go down to second gear for the third corner, with Lewis sets another fastest lap. We go down to second for the fourth corner, and we get under power. We go a little bit too wide, but does that affect our time? Not really, but we go on the grass the second time, but we've gone green in the first sector. And we keep that green as we go through the long right hand of left field, and we get back on the power, and we are on to the old pitch straight. We are in P6, so we sticker notification. We're 4 tenths up now, so at the moment we're going to have a 129.2. we go full flat out in the Maggots and Beckett's. We get on the grass just a little bit. We set a purple lap time, and Vol is going slowly on his out lap. He lets us through. We go fifth gear, another notification happens, and we go down into second for the 3 final corners. We go wide at the final 2 corners, we almost lose it, but what's that going to be? It's going to be a 29.1, and it puts us marginally ahead of Big Bailey, and we're going to come in on this to see if we can get another lap. We are in turn 4, as I've now just turned off my notifications, but we can put the DRS on just for practice. But it seems like we're still burning fuel as we go wide to make sure that Damming Squad doesn't get impeded by our lap. But he seems to only just get impeded. If we look behind, no one behind us so far. The arrow only being Damming Squad ahead of us, which is cool, but now the arrow comes as we let him pass. Involved. He didn't get too close, the red arrow didn't appear, but we may have hurt his lap, shall we say, as we yet again gone into low fuel mode. So we're just going to keep flat out and just going to try and get back to the pit lane quick enough so that we can set another lap and see if we can get even past Sink King. There's the screen has some delay, which is annoying, and some freezing, but you can't always get perfect, so perfection. So we're just going to come into the pit lane now at 27 kilometers per hour, and we're going to go through the longest pit lane ever as we go past the podium. We're going to be in P5. Good, 29-1. I feel like I can improve. I mean, we went on the grass, so we can definitely improve. But we're just going to look at his lap time. Compare it to ours. 36.6. And we're just going to look at the others. And we're quite close. We just got a couple of attempts to gain, and we'll overtake him and take the position from him. So we're just going to add a little bit of fuel to make sure that we can definitely get through the laps this time, and not halfway through the lap just run out of fuel. Might only just run out of fuel, but it won't matter because we'll have most likely finished our lap. Because we're going to go out now. We could have gone out a little bit later, but I wanted to I want to make sure that I can get some clean air. As there's a yellow flag on the pit straight as a Ferrari on Alfa Romeo is it's an Alfa Romeo that's been stranded on the pit straight. As nobody passed us now, it was involved. He's been in the wars, shall we say, of this qualifying session, and so we're just gonna trundle around the circuit, make sure that we don't overheat the engine, even though we're not going to look at that. Warm up our tyres and just warm up our brakes, so that we can easily set another fast lap. But as suggested by the previous lap, marginal improvements in the first sector. So the only way we should improve is possibly through not touching the grass on the straight as dabbing squad, I think that is. There's one really wide on the final corner. I'm gonna get my own track lap next race. Next one is Lucy Webb has decided to retire, and now we are gonna go on to start our flying lap. The yellow flag that involved in it is gonna get our and so is the AI of Lucy Webb. We start our lap now, and we're marginally behind. We go through turn 1 and turn 2. We go down into second gear for turn 3, as we go back up to third to go back down to second in turn 4. We go round the corner, get under power as soon as we can, as we just lost some time, but we've been gaining that back now. And qualifying session has ended, and we are not improving, which is a disappointment, because if we're going to get up into 5th now, if we drop another position, we're going to want to improve as we gain 2 tenths because of that Luffield corner, which was marvellous apparently. As we go really wide, it pops, and it's not invalidated, but our lap is still improving. We go on the grass, and as we go too wide, and we've got on the grass like I said that we shouldn't, and we've ruined our lap, and that's going to give us P7 as Roxy's decided to only do 1 lap. This is a grid penalty for some people, and there we go. E.C. Lewis gets pole, RB 5 tenths behind, and then involved in it 7.5. Hilly Billy got a 5 place grid penalty, so he'll be starting behind us. Big Bailey 1.1, Sink 1.5 penalty, so he'll go behind us. He's almost 2 seconds behind Roxy, almost 3, Damage squad almost 5. Lucy Webb 5 seconds off the pace. Maybe, just maybe, we actually have someone we can battle in tomorrow's race. But I also got to catch up with the pole man Lewis. So here he is. How was that lap that you set into qualifying today, Lewis?
Yeah, the lap felt really good today. However, I had to go out when the track was clearer because I got held up in some traffic on the first one. But other than that, it was a very good session for me and the team as well, as it was a Racing Point front row lockout.